Have you ever wondered, how far can a bird fly without stopping? Some birds travel across oceans, deserts, and even entire continents, all to find food, warmth, or a safe place to nest. In today's video, we'll discover the amazing journeys of 30 migrating birds, from the tiniest hummingbird to the fearless Arctic tern. You will learn where they start, where they go, and the incredible distances they travel every year. Do not forget to subscribe to Happy Learning for more videos that make you say wow. And stay with us until the end to find out which bird holds the record for the longest migration on Earth. You will not believe how far it flies. Ready to fly? Let's go.
Let's begin our journey with the eastern phoebe. It migrates from USA to Mexico/Central America, covering around 2,000 kilometers. Often returns to the same nest. Our next winged wonder is the ruby-throated hummingbird. This bird takes off from eastern USA and heads to Central America, flying about 3,000 kilometers. Crosses the Gulf of Mexico non-stop. And now, get ready to meet the Hooper swan. This bird takes off from Iceland/Russia and heads to UK/Northern Europe, flying about 4,000 kilometers. Flies in V formation. Soaring across continents, we have the sandhill crane. This bird takes off from Canada/USA and heads to Mexico, flying about 4,000 kilometers. Calls are loud and can be heard from afar. Up next, the northern pintail. This bird takes off from northern hemisphere and heads to subtropical areas, flying about 4,000 kilometers. Elegant long-necked duck. Let's keep flying with the marsh harrier. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to Africa, flying about 4,000 kilometers. Glides low over wetlands. And now, get ready to meet the osprey. This bird takes off from North America and heads to South America, flying about 5,000 kilometers. Eats fish and nests near water. And now, get ready to meet the snow goose. This bird takes off from Arctic Canada and heads to southern USA, flying about 5,000 kilometers. Forms massive white flocks. Here comes another amazing traveler, the Pacific golden plover. This bird takes off from Alaska and heads to Hawaii/Pacific Islands, flying about 5,000 kilometers. Navigates using stars. Coming up next on our adventure, the tundra swan. This bird takes off from Arctic and heads to USA, flying about 5,000 kilometers. Very vocal with high-pitched honks. Our next winged wonder is the common nightingale. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to Africa, flying about 5,000 kilometers. Famous for its powerful song. Flying into the spotlight is the common crane. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to Africa, flying about 5,000 kilometers. Forms elegant V-shaped flocks. Coming up next on our adventure, the common cuckoo. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to Congo Basin, flying about 6,000 kilometers. Uses stars and magnetism to navigate. Time to discover the journey of the red-backed shrike. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to Africa, flying about 6,000 kilometers. Caches food on thorns. Up next, the yellow wagtail. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to Africa, flying about 6,000 kilometers. Often seen wagging its tail. Here comes another amazing traveler, the spotted flycatcher. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to southern Africa, flying about 6,000 kilometers. Perches to catch flying insects. Coming up next on our adventure, the great snipe. This bird takes off from Scandinavia and heads to Central Africa, flying about 7,000 kilometers. Can fly at 97 kilometers per hour. And now, get ready to meet the pied wheatear. This bird takes off from Asia and heads to Africa, flying about 7,000 kilometers. Prefers arid environments. Here comes another amazing traveler, the European swift. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to Central Africa, flying about 8,000 kilometers. Can stay airborne for months. Time to discover the journey of the blackpoll warbler. This bird takes off from Canada and heads to South America, flying about 8,000 kilometers. Tiny bird with epic sea crossing. Flying into the spotlight is the purple martin. This bird takes off from North America and heads to South America, flying about 8,000 kilometers. Largest North American swallow. Coming up next on our adventure, the Swainson's hawk. This bird takes off from Canada/USA and heads to Argentina, flying about 10,000 kilometers. Migrates in large groups called kettles. Up next, the barn swallow. This bird takes off from Europe/Asia and heads to southern Africa, flying about 10,000 kilometers. Famous for nesting in buildings. Soaring across continents, we have the white stork. This bird takes off from Europe and heads to Africa, flying about 10,000 kilometers. Avoids flying over the Mediterranean. Our next winged wonder is the bar-tailed godwit. This bird takes off from Alaska and heads to New Zealand, flying about 12,000 kilometers. Flies non-stop for over 9 days. Time to discover the journey of the northern wheatear. This bird takes off from Alaska/Canada and heads to Africa, flying about 15,000 kilometers. One of the longest small bird migrations. Coming up next on our adventure, the red knot. This bird takes off from Arctic and heads to southern South America, flying about 16,000 kilometers. Soaring across continents, we have the Amur falcon. This bird takes off from Eastern Asia and heads to southern Africa, flying about 22,000 kilometers. Feeds on flying insects. Time to discover the journey of the sooty shearwater. This bird takes off from New Zealand and heads to North Pacific, flying about 64,000 kilometers. Circles the Pacific Ocean annually. Let's keep flying with the Arctic tern. This bird takes off from Arctic and heads to Antarctica, flying about 70,000 kilometers. Longest migration of any animal on Earth. This bird flies from the Arctic to Antarctica and back every single year. That's about 70,000 kilometers. It takes about 40 days to fly there. And scientists have no idea why. It's the Arctic tern. And every year when the sun starts shining more in the Arctic Circle, these birds get super excited. They start singing and dancing and flapping their wings like crazy. And then they take off and fly south. They fly all the way down to Antarctica, where they hang out for a few months, lay some eggs, then fly back again. And they do this every single year. But here's the weird part. Scientists have been tracking these birds for years and they still don't know why they do this. Like, why do they fly so far? Why do they choose to fly to Antarctica specifically? And how do they navigate? One theory is that they follow the sun. As the sun moves in the sky, the birds fly in the direction of the sun's rays, which could help them find food. The other theory is that they use Earth's magnetic field as a map. The magnetic field lines go from the North Pole to the South Pole, just like the birds fly. So maybe they're using the Earth's magnetic field as a giant compass. Scientists are still trying to figure it out, but it's one of the coolest animal mysteries out there. Wow! What an incredible journey we've taken together. From tiny hummingbirds to globe-trotting Arctic terns, each bird reminds us how powerful and determined nature can be, no matter the size. Some fly thousands of kilometers across oceans, deserts, and continents with no GPS, no rest stops, and no complaints. Just pure instinct, courage, and a deep connection to our planet. These feathered travelers don't just fly, they inspire us. They show us that distance doesn't stop determination, and that home is worth every wing beat. If you enjoyed this journey, give us a like and subscribe to Happy Learning for more amazing stories from the animal kingdom and beyond. And now, tell us in the comments, which migrating bird amazed you the most? Or if you had wings, where would you fly? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next adventure.